Getting you these CCTV images of the Pulwama attack. This is the first visuals that we are putting out for our viewers of this entire attack, which has been caught on tape. The attack has come in hours after an encounter also was reported out of Shopian. This is the Pulwama attack where unfortunately a police personnel lost his life. This was at a Naka party where terrorists opened fired, and because of that we have seen how a special police officer unfortunately lost his life and another CRPF personnel has been injured. My colleague Mufti Isla is joining me on the broadcast. Mufti, we have the CCTV images now. We can see how gruesome this entire attack was at the Naka party.
Absolutely. Take a look at the CCTV footage which is obtained by News18 exclusively. You'll clearly see that there's a grenade which is lobbed. There are two vehicles, one a jeep and another bigger vehicle. Now there's a grenade which falls just next to the jeep, and you will clearly see a man who is atop that vehicle. He just jumps out of it, but we believe that there was another person who got previous injury. He was an SPO who later succumbed to his wounds. Having said that, there was also a CRPF man who was patrolling this particular area. He got injured. He's been taken to the hospital where he's been attended to by the doctor. That said, this is an area called Pinglana. Now, they also report that perhaps there is a minority picket somewhere behind those vehicles. And these are actually Kashmiri Pandits, a minuscule community which is there. They've been putting up there, but they've been secured by the multiple companies of CRPF as well as Jammu and Kashmir police. Now, we saw this attack breaking some 1.5 hours back, wherein the police took casualties. Having said that, reinforcements have been rushed to that area. Police, CRPF men, supported by the army, are now lodging a manhunt for those assassins. But this attack also comes close on the heels of another one which took place in Shopian, where actually police had got information about a militant of Lashkar in Imam Sahib area of Shopian. And he eventually was killed in a 2-hour-long encounter, which clearly means that 2 incidents happening in a day. But it comes also ahead of Union Home Minister's visit to Jammu and Kashmir. He visits on 4th and 5th. 4th is when he remains in Jammu most of the time, and then he goes for Rajouri where he attends a rally. Then on 5th he will be in Valley, where a huge rally is expected in Baramulla. Probably there are also murmurs that he is going to announce scheduled tribe status for the Pahari community. The Gujars are also are already enjoying that status, but Paharis will now be also included. All in all, there's been a spurt in activities of militants, being in Jammu or for that matter in the valley. In Jammu also we've seen over the last few days 2 blasts taking place in Udhampur area, where now police as well as CRPF have said that they have really gone after those perpetrators who detonated those 2 blasts, which are said to be sticky bombs or magnetic bombs. Now, magnetic bombs are those bombs attached onto the vehicles of security personnel to deal with maximum casualties. So all in all, a huge challenge for police and other security apparatus as we speak.
Absolutely. And Mufti, you mentioned the attack in Shopian. This is coming hours after that Shopian attack, where in a 2-hour operation, of course, the terrorist was neutralized in that case. However, very, very troubling aspects also coming to fore when it comes to the timing and how there are back-to-back attacks that have been reported. You also mentioned that visit by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, very close on the heels of that. This intensity of these attacks, especially on a minority community, that is allegedly the target, that is what the target was. That really is a concerning factor when it comes to the valley.
Yes, it's a huge concern for the security forces because a VVIP visit is taking place in a couple of days' time, and you have these question marks over the security ability to contain militancy. Having said that, we've seen the police always they put up figures. This year alone, they've said that we've killed 146 militants, 35 of them foreigners. But nevertheless, it seems that it's a zero-sum game because a lot of recruitments are also taking place, although these recruitments are much lesser than last 3 or 4 years. But clearly, There is a challenge of hybrid militancy, which police now says that, that's a huge challenge because these are militants who are not otherwise on radar, and that becomes eventually very difficult to identify or neutralize them. Yes, you're right in suggesting that it's a challenge. It certainly is a challenge as it comes ahead of a Union Home Minister. And security forces really need to put their acts together, work again on the intelligence, go back to the drawing table and see why these attacks are taking place. Clearly a huge challenge, as you rightly put out.
Absolutely. Mufti, thank you so much for bringing us your inputs on this big story. And of course, this CCTV image that we are breaking first on CNN News 18, as unfortunately a police personnel was killed and also a CRPF personnel was injured during a terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama district. These are images of that very terror attack very close to the Pinglina village, which has a couple of houses of the Kashmiri Pandit community residing. Slipping into a very short break with that, coming right back with more news and updates.